There once was a man stuck in the chaos of his own life. Whether that chaos was his fault or completely outside of his control, he wasn't sure, and it really didn't even matter. All he knew was that it was there. And it never seemed to go away. He felt paralyzed, trapped between just trying to survive and the fear of making another wrong decision. Or worse, screwing up the one chance he had left. Sound familiar? If it does, stay tuned. I've been there, and maybe what helped me can help you too.
Yeah, brothers, I've been there. And not just once, but over and over and over again. Sometimes it was so deep I didn't think I'd ever make it out. Like the time I spent a night in a rural county jail in northern Stevens County. Yeah, that one hurt. Especially when I had to call my mom to pick me up and help me get my car out of impound. That one was rock bottom, but quiet. And sometimes it's not even that serious.
Like the morning I got a flat tire on my way to teach gym class and locked my keys in the car while changing it. I ended up having to break into my own house just to get the spare key. Different kind of chaos. Same shame cycle. Same vibe. Because when your life is loud on the outside, it's even louder in your head.
Regardless of the type or severity of the chaos, we all know what it looks like. And sometimes it feels like it all hits at once. Maybe the wife is overwhelmed. Maybe the truck is broke down and the furnace went out. And now your boss wants you to work overtime. Maybe all of that is happening at the same time. You need the extra hours just to cover the unexpected expenses, but your wife needs you at home too. And if you're honest, you need a little peace yourself. But every option feels wrong.
You grind, you choose, you push through, but none of it feels right. And with every step, the pit just seems to get deeper and deeper, and you get more and more stuck. When we're in active addiction and just trying to claw our way back to some kind of normal, we face an avalanche. An avalanche of consequences, of endless potential disasters, of impossible choices. All of them feel heavy. All of them feel permanent. And we don't have the tools to handle any of it.
So we do what addicts do. We panic about what might happen next year, next month, next week, heck, even tomorrow. And because we don't know how to fix it all, we freeze. Or worse, we go back to what's familiar. Back to the pit, back to the streets, back to the needle, the bottle, whatever our addiction was.
It's usually at this point where we face a choice. Freeze like damn deer in the headlights, shrink back like cowards, and let everyone else make the calls and become a spectator in our own lives. Or we can rise up, take action, do something, anything, even if it's not perfect, even if it's not guaranteed to work, because chaos hates progress. It hates movement. And clarity only comes after you move.
Trust me, my friends, I was there. I was staring down a divorce, moving to a new town, and signing the papers that would let my kids be adopted by another man. All in the same week. At Christmas time. If anyone had a reason to cope, it was me. And I'll be brutally honest, I didn't handle that one very well. And if you want the full story about that, go find the episode called The Worst Christmas Ever. But it was shortly after that when I finally heard something that brought peace to my soul. I was sitting in an NA meeting, emotionally vomiting my story into the circle. Everything in me felt like I was going to break again. And then, from the corner of the room, I heard a voice say something I'd seen on the wall 100 times at least. Do the next right thing, brother. It stopped me cold. After the meeting, I found him. He was a quiet older guy, gray stubble, deep worry lines across his face. He looked like he'd lived 5 lifetimes and buried 3 of them. The kind of man who didn't read wisdom in a book. He bled it from his veins. I walked up to him and said, "What does that even mean? Do the next right thing." He didn't say much at first, just kind of nodded his head in understanding. Then he looked me dead in the eye and said, "If you keep worrying about all that shit coming down the pike, the stuff you can't predict, it will consume you. What your wife did or might do, that's out of your hands. And if you try to control it, you'll be the one spinning out." He paused, looked me in the eye again and said, "I've seen too many guys like you. Hell, I was one of you. Getting stuck in other people's choices, worrying about outcomes that we can't control or even have to face. Every one of them. Back to the streets, back to the bottle, back to the pit. Yeah, that it means me too." That hit me deeper than I expected because I realized I was still trying to fix a future that I didn't even trust myself to walk into. And that's when Psalm 119, 105 came to mind. "Your word is a lamp to my feet and a light to my path." Not a spotlight, not a 5-year blueprint, just a lamp. One step at a time. And if you stare too far down the road, you'll trip over what's right in front of you. That's the essence of do the next right thing.
It's not dramatic. It's not heroic. It's directional. Do what's right now. Then do it again, and let tomorrow show up when it gets here. Jesus said something similar in Matthew 6. "Do not be anxious, saying, 'What will we eat?' or 'What will we wear?' Your Father knows you need these things. Seek first the kingdom, and all these things will be added to you. Therefore do not be anxious about tomorrow, for tomorrow will be anxious for itself." It was his way of saying, stop trying to live in a future you haven't earned yet. Today has enough weight. Start with what you can carry.
I heard it said once that both faith and fear are ways of looking at a future that hasn't even happened yet. So how do we live in faith and not fear? We do the right thing that's right in front of us, regardless of how small it feels. Maybe that means not pressing the snooze button. Maybe it's putting your phone down and talking to the people around you. Maybe it's setting down the bottle, the pill, the needle. Just for now. Whatever it is, you do that thing and you do it again and again and again. Each time you do, you build momentum. And suddenly, that thing that felt like a wall, tomorrow, it might just look like a speed. That court date that you're dreading, it just becomes the next do the right thing that's on your list. No, do the right thing doesn't solve every problem, but it solves the most important thing. The decision you're facing right in front of you, daring you to do the wrong one. So when that decision shows up, look it in the eye and choose what's right. I won't say it's easy, but it is simple.
Running a marathon is just one foot in front of the other. The hard part is doing that for 26.2 miles. And that's what do the right thing means. You've been sprinting through life for too long. Slow down. Commit to the long haul. Finish the race. Like Paul said in 2 Timothy 4:7. I have fought the good fight. I have finished the race. And I have kept the faith.
So if you've ever been that guy, stuck in the chaos of your own mind like I was, just do the next right thing. I promise you'll like where it tastes. And while you're at it, do the next right thing. Comment safe in the comments below. I promise you I'll respond personally. And while you're at it, like the video and subscribe to the channel because next week we're digging into the parable of the man in the mirror. So if you like this content, please give it a rating, a review, and share it with your friends. Also, if you'd like to learn a little bit more about me and what I'm all about and what I can maybe do for you, check out my website at thedangerousgentleman.org. That's thedangerousgentleman.org. Thank you for listening.